Today, we will discuss 3 benefits of life coaching. Of course, there are more than 3, but for the sake of this video, we will only discuss 3. So, the first benefit is having an objective, neutral party. We all have family and friends who love to give advice. Some advice is great and helpful, and some advice, not so much. And the reason for this is because our family and friends know us very well, and they tend to insert their opinions, their ideas, and their biases and their knowledge about us into the advice that they give. And so it's important to have a person who does not have a dog in the fight, no stake in the matter, to be able to come alongside and to help the client get from where they are to where they want to be. I recall my days as a hospital chaplain. Often I would go into patients' rooms, many times never had met the patient before, and the patient would be very open and vulnerable and share intimate details of his or her life with me, a complete stranger. They would share things with me that they had not shared with family, that they had not shared with their children, or even their spouses. And so it was interesting to me that this person that I was entrusted to care for, would just be so open and so vulnerable with me, a complete stranger. And so as I reflected on these different encounters, I realized that they felt safe. They didn't have to sugarcoat their words. They didn't have to figure out how to say it just right to not hurt my feelings or to make it sound pretty, because they didn't know me. And so I think that it's helpful to have someone like that in our lives where we can be raw and open and vulnerable. And that's exactly what life coaching provides. The second benefit is practical tools. Anyone that knows me knows that I am very practical. I'm all about people having dreams and visions and being able to accomplish their goals. But at the end of the day, how do we get there? How do we get from where we are to where we want to be? We have to have some sort of action, some sort of tools that we implement in order to accomplish goals. And again, that is what life coaching provides. Practical tools to help us get from where we are to where we want to be. The third benefit that we'll discuss today is confidence building. Life coaching can build our confidence. I, much like you, often have multiple things going on in life at one time. I don't just have one thing that needs to be accomplished. Often it's 5 or 6, maybe more, depending on the season of life. And so it can be overwhelming sometimes when we look at all that needs to be done, all that needs to be taken care of. Where do I start? Well, life coaching helps narrow down, okay, which goal is just really in my face that I really need to accomplish in this particular season of life. And life coaching helps the client determine what that goal is, and then practical tools again on how to set and accomplish those goals. And so what happens though is once that goal is accomplished, we build confidence in knowing that I accomplished that one, so therefore I can accomplish another one. There's an old saying, or question rather, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And so what happens with life coaching is once we accomplish one goal, we have taken one bite, and before we knew it, we have eaten an entire elephant. Thank you so much for joining today, and I'll be back next week with more tips.